once again in a neutral tabletop position, flat back. And then bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Doing the stretch in the side of the neck again. Pausing here for a moment. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale and let the breath go, let's start to move the right hip towards the right shoulder, coming into a C curve with the spine, a side bend. Maybe even looking towards the back of the mat. Deep inhale, and then exhale, release the pose, come back to neutral spine. Give yourself a moment or two or three. When you're ready, let's bring the left ear to the left shoulder. Finding that stretch in the side of the neck. Deep inhale, and then as you exhale, C curve the spine, the hip moves towards the shoulder. Maybe sending your gaze towards the back of the neck, back of the mat. Inhale and fill. And on the exhale, as you release, come back to neutral. Once again, give yourself a moment, or two or three. And then we'll start taking some torso circles with the spine. So moving in all four directions through cat, cow, and C curve. Changing the direction of your torso circles. And meeting once again, neutral tabletop position. Keeping the hands and the knees where they are. Let's go ahead and start pressing back to a child. So we're not going to come all the way back into child, just kind of leaning the hips and the shoulders towards the back of the mat. And then as you inhale, let's start to glide. So bending the elbows, we're going to glide the heart forward and up. And then exhale, send the hips and the shoulders back again. So we're starting to lubricate the shoulder blades against the back ribs. Moving in this circular fashion through another variation of cat-cow. Now if this feels good, continuing with this movement or finding any other natural movement that feels good in your body right now. And then as you're ready, let's bring those big toes together. And now we're going to shift the hips back, coming into full extended child's pose. Hips sinking back towards the heels. Maybe the forehead lowers towards the mat. Maybe it's your stacked hands. Softening the shoulders, softening the wrists. Using the exhale to fully release. Holding and breathing here, feeling that cycle of the inhales and the exhales, the emptying and the filling, gathering and the letting go, the release. Let's begin to extend the arms, fingertips reaching towards the top of the mat, forehead lifts. And as you inhale, press all the way forward into a tabletop, separating the distance between the hands and the knees, coming into low plank, knees down on the mat, shoulders right over the wrists. And let's curl the toes under. On an exhale, release. We're going to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On the inhale, coming forward all the way to plank. Your choice. Knees stay lifted or knees come to the mat and plank. And on the exhale, up and back, down, dog. Moving with the breath, feeling the hips and the shoulders working in unison here as you shift the body forward, backward, up and down, the cycle. And the next time you find yourself in down dog, let's pause, holding the down dog, adjusting the placement of your hands and or your feet as you need. Find a moment of stability, strength, and ease. Any movements you need here, swaying the hips side to side, walking your dog, pedaling out the feet. And then as you come into a place where you can still the body becomes still so you can focus on the breath, the cycles of inhales and exhales. And then as you're ready, let's start to walk the feet up towards the top of the mat. Coming into a bent knee, standing forward bend, using blocks as you need. Bringing the body into a place where it's supported, where it can let go and become still. So you can focus once again on the breath. Using the gift, the power of the exhale to fully release the weight of the head. One more round of breath. Hands on blocks or maybe palms pressing on your shins. Let's inhale, rise to flat back, half forward fold. Pausing here for a couple breaths, feeling the length in your spine, the length in your waist. And then deepening the bend in your knees. Let's inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms stay at your sides for right now. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, opening up the shoulders, opening up the chest. Palms face forward, mountain pose.